Hi, I'm Brent Campbell, and last time we did a video a few weeks ago, I was in the M5 and I was eager to demonstrate the skills acquired at the New Jersey Motorsports Park in the event that I attended. And a few weeks later still, certain things are sticking with me, and I felt compelled to share, and I haven't done an M3 video in a little while. So here we are. And I think I want to start with, let's say there were maybe 3 or 4 key insights that came from it. Certainly that's all I'll get a chance to cover today. One is your driving position. Not as bad as some people in the past. A lot of people really sit back in their chair and they aren't in the right position for what they need to be in order to react to what comes upon them on the road. So you want to make sure that you can put your wrists over the steering wheel, which gives you total control. You want to keep your hands best you can at 9 and 3, which gives you total control. When you're in cornering mode, you don't ever want to keep your hands off of 9 and 3. You don't. All of the things that you've learned about that in the past, I learned at autocross that you needed to shuffle your hands. That's not right. So anyway, I want to talk about that a little bit. I've got a stretch of road here, which is probably going to be kind of boring. So best that we talk over those key issues first, and then we can actually demonstrate a few of them. So like I was saying, seating position, 9 and 3 on the steering wheel, that's basic. And it's really important, and most people don't know that. So there you have it. Always do those things. Always sit in this position. It's the correct way to drive. Now, the third insight that has changed the way I drive forever is one that you can practice every time you're on a curvy road, whether you're going quickly or not. It's just a more efficient way to drive. It's smoother. You're not going to be leaning the car. I was driving my wife's minivan the other day and was astonished by driving the line how little the van would lean as we turned. It has a fairly high center of gravity, so it's prone to that. It also means that you cover less ground, that you're going to be faster through every corner. And sitting in traffic, it's been astonishing to me to watch how I'm going the same speed as the car in front of me, but because I'm driving the line and they aren't, on every turn that we make, I gain, 10, 15 feet on them. And on a racetrack, if you're racing another driver, of course, that's terribly important, but it also just makes sense to do it if you can help do it. Now, what is driving the line? I mean, maybe I had been told a bunch of times when I was, a younger driver, and I mean, I've been to the BMW driving school, I've been to autocross events, and I did my best to learn everything I could from the experience, and maybe some of it just didn't resonate with me. But driving the line, it's a very simple concept once you understand it. There's this thing called an apex on every turn. And I had always assumed that it was sort of like a vehicle dynamics thing, and you wanted to be able to make sure that the car would take the curve well and all that kind of stuff. Sure, yeah, that's all well and good, but what matters most about the apex is that you know where the apex is on every curve in a road, every curve in the road. You want to be on it. And by that I mean you literally want to drive over it. You want to be as close into it as you possibly can be. And every move you make around that is to position your car so that you are on the apex. Nothing else about the moves you make really matter. That's really the only thing that you need to be focused on. And so by doing that, it's brought me a ton of, I guess you could say, freedom in terms of not having to worry. Okay, so we're getting on the highway. We're once again behind a truck. I've activated the sport button, put the transmission in the 5th setting, and looks like there are a lot of cars out here today, so may not be able to do much today. Right there, the dotted line. I stay on it. I don't go in the middle. I don't go to the side. The farther I widen my arc, the less control I have over the car. So important to get to a track. If you want to understand vehicle dynamics, you want to understand what makes your car perform, you want to get to know your car well. I mean, really know the brakes, the handling, the acceleration, how it feels at speed. You gotta do it on a track, because I mean, look at this. You've got SUVs and trucks everywhere. They're not really paying attention. They're not serious drivers in the way that I want to be serious. So you have to, you know, factor in the lowest common denominator. Assume that there are people texting and having conversations. They're not focused on the road. So you can't drive like an idiot unless you're on a track. And then you learn really quickly not to drive like an idiot. You realize how much as a driver you suck. I suck as a driver. But I'm telling you, the time I spent behind this wheel, hours, I drove that car, this car, I don't know, was it 200 laps? Hundreds of miles. The tach didn't go below 4,000 RPM the whole time. Never driven like that before, and it made all the difference in the world in helping me understand how to drive. And I never would have learned that had I not done that. Because I certainly am not going to learn on the road like this. Okay. This is a tricky stretch of road, not a trick at all, now that I know where the line is. Just staying on the line. See all the other cars leaning, mine doesn't lean at all. Stay on the line. Go ahead and downshift. That. No problem at all. No problem at all. Just this one. Totally drama-free, completely smooth. Amazing. I don't know if that comes through at all on video, but it makes driving so much easier and actually a lot more fun.